Hey, it's Scott Hamilton. This is my very first Zoom interview with a rock star, and it happens to be Doug Aldrich. How you doing today, Doug?
I'm doing good, Scott. Thanks for having me on, man.
Oh, a pleasure to be here. Thanks for helping me test out the system. And you have a new album with the Dead Daisies coming out.
Yep, it's called Holy Ground,
Mm-hmm.
and actually, it's kind of spells. There's a lot about the times that we're in right now, but not on purpose because we wrote the record last year.
Right.
Um, but it's just it's called Holy Ground. It's coming out. We're not sure exactly when, so we've been releasing a few songs at a time just to keep people excited about what we're doing, and we're so excited about it. So we were like, please, let's release some stuff. Just one song even.
And these uncertain times, there really isn't any groundwork. There isn't a map. Anybody's done this before to figure out, what do we do with record releases, tour postponements, quarantine stuff.
Yeah, it's all gone. I mean, it's flipped everything upside down. I can't. If you told me if we were sitting last year, December 31st, having a New Year's Eve party, and said where we'd be right now, with
No idea.
rest and quarantine and a virus that was, I mean, I would just been like, you're joking. There's just no way. I mean, it has flipped everything. And so all touring, obviously, all sports, which is really hurts me too. And we've been stuck at home, but there is, there's a silver lining to it that we're going to have to rediscover ourselves. And that's what we've been doing, during this time. It's been really hard, and lots of people have been out of work. But I think that like the fact that people are being able to spend more time with their families for a while, for me anyway, has been really amazing.
Kind of getting back to the basics for everybody, trying to find things to do at home, spend time with the family. There is a silver lining to this.
Yeah, I mean, it's very difficult for a lot of people. There's a, for example, road crews.
Right.
People like that. Speaking just about music, musicians, there's always something to do. I mean, you can work from home, you can write, you can do sessions and do stuff. But the road crew, it's very, I mean, those guys, they would basically just tour all year long and go from band to band to band. And all of a sudden, it's like a lot of my friends that are in the touring business, they're like, just don't even know what to do. I got to reinvent myself. So
right. They're used to spending their entire lives on the road.
Yeah, they don't like being home.
Right.
But it is what it is. We got to get through it. We will,
Right. And we'll keep on. So we have all these things to look forward to. How did this all come together? Because I'm looking at the list of guys that have been in the band. You guys are going to be Yes one day with the amount of members that have worked with you guys. How did it all come together to do a new album last year?
Well, there was a situation. We had John Corabi on lead vocals, and John wanted to go. The Dead Daisies is a hard-working band. We really work hard. We travel a lot, and I think John was just deciding, I just want to relax a little bit and step away and do my acoustic gigs. And he's very talented, and amazing frontman, and a great guy to be an MC at a show. He's awesome.
Right.
He wanted to chill out, and Marco Mendoza left as well. He has a successful solo touring career and does records and everything. And that's when we got Glenn. He came in and vocals and bass, and the guy's it's just phenomenal. But yeah, we decided it's a good time to make a new record. We don't want to just have Glenn come in and play old Dead Daisy stuff. That wouldn't
No, that wouldn't.
So we decided, let's take some time off and write a killer record. And that's what we did.
And so how much writing did he, I mean, obviously you guys are all road warriors. You've already been around the business for quite some time. Bringing a new guy in, writing and stuff, I mean, how was it?
It was, well, Glenn's a genius writer. He's very passionate about his music and his lyrics. And he would basically, I know Glenn, we've been friends and worked together before. And I kind of specifically designed some of my ideas to present, knowing that what he likes,
Right.
So it worked out pretty well for me and him together. It worked out. It was seamless. And then, everyone puts their stamp on the ideas, but Glenn brought a lot of ideas in that we basically had put our stamp on his ideas too. So it was a great blend of stuff that we started off about a year ago with Glenn, and we went into Sunset Sound in Hollywood where they recorded Van Halen 1 and all these other amazing records. And we're in that studio. We cooked up 4 songs, and we released one called Righteous Days to announce Glenn joining the band. And then we got together and wrote and started recording in November in France. Actually, we went to a chalet, a chateau.
That couldn't have sucked.
Whatever it is. It was a huge, it's a chateau. That's what it was, not a chalet. What am I saying? Anyway, it didn't suck. We lived there, we lived together. We had breakfast, lunch, and dinner together, and did nothing to do but create music. And so we really zoned in, and that's how Holy Ground got finished.
Wow. And you knew from that this would continue to be fruitful.
We knew from that we had a ton of ideas, and we picked the best ones and put the record together, and we're really excited about it, obviously. And we were very excited about this year because we had a whole mess of touring all over the world to promote it. And obviously that's all gone. So we had to figure out how are we going to keep the interest alive and keep people excited about what we're doing. And so we decided, let's release a lyric video for Unspoken. And that's what we did. And it's been thankfully people really love it.
Yeah, they actually do. I put it in our Trial by Fire, which is one of those smash or trash kind of things where people vote on a song. Cool. And you have won 2 weeks in a row, and you're on your 3rd this week. So if you win 4 weeks in a row, you go on the Hall of Flame, and the video will stay up there forever.
That's awesome. Well,
so the song is resonating with all these people in the 168 countries we reach. So, and I've gotten requests for it. So yeah, they're hungry for you, man.
Well, Scott, the thing is it's interesting is that there are certain songs that we had thought about for being the first single, but Unspoken wasn't it.
Really?
But no, it was just because lyrically it just resonated, like you said, so much. I didn't even realize until I saw the lyric video. Of course I'd hear the lyrics and I'd think about them a little bit, but I mean, I'm mostly listening to the music and the drums.
Well, plus you're so close to it and you've spent a lot of time with it. You don't hear it with the fresh ears that other people do.
Yeah. Yeah. But when I read the lyrics and thought, I was like, this is really timely, we wanted it to be something that represents the band, but also not something that's trying to, it just fit well. It was good timing.
Good timing all around. I like when that synergy happens. It's like a lightning strike.
Yeah.
Well, what else is planned to keep this going during the quarantine time? I know you guys are itching to tour, but that's still uncertain territory for most people. So what's the plan for the next few months?
Next few months, we're going to try, and I think at the end of July, we've kind of set a time that we're going to get together and play. And because you can go in a rehearsal studio if you're safe.
Right.
And of course, I'm so used to, my mask and all that stuff anyway now. But yeah, so we're that's been the hardest thing is not playing music for months and months and months. I mean, like, of course, there's times when you're off, but you've played, you're ready to be off.
So you're recharging, you're resting, yeah.
And we already did that, and now we're going to recharge and rest some more. The only person I've jammed with is my 4-year-old daughter. I got her drums for Christmas, and
she good?
She's no. I mean, she could be good, but she's having fun, and that's
right.
All I care about. But she'll be like, "Daddy, let's jam," and she'll just start smacking like. For those people who are old enough, you're probably not old enough, but the Brady Bunch, Bobby Brady would play like
just hitting things.
Yeah, just hitting things, and she loves it. And I'll just play guitar with her, and it's like, okay, at least that's something,
Hey, that's good parenting. You're raising her right.
Well, I want my kids to be into sports more than probably anything, but I love music, and I hope they do too. And we have a good time during this quarantine. We have dance parties and all that stuff, and it's fun. But yeah, with the Dead Daisies, we're gonna do that. We're gonna jam and say, just to make it easier, at the beginning of August, and just start playing.
Right.
touring is going to be off until next year for us. I think there'll probably be some local music, live music that happens at some point in the summer, you know, and being outdoors is helpful, obviously, as opposed to sitting next to somebody indoors. But eventually I would have no problem going to a show in a club or if in an arena, if it was the seated was maybe every other seat, maybe or something.
Staggered, right? Yeah,
and I would obviously I'm just using the masks that we have here that we bought some masks and my wife wears them, but I want to find like a killer mask that gets me the most oxygen, but also looks cool,
right?
And feels good, and I'm kind of used to it now. I don't have a problem with the mask anymore. I just want one that's really safe
and cool looking. I mean, that's important.
Yeah, like, you know, it's going to be black. I'm pretty sure my masks right now are like the there's one that we have that is kind of cloth, double cloth, and it's got a filter in it.
Right.
And then I got some of the ones that are not super effective, but they're effective for keeping my germs away.
Right.
But yeah, I want a black, you know, cool.
Something black, something metal looking, you know.
Yeah. Maybe it was like fangs coming out and stuff, you know.
I saw one online already. They will put your dog's snout on it. So can you imagine everybody walking around with their dogs, you know?
That would be funny. That's a great idea, actually. You know,
hey, I'm thinking Dead Daisy logos or something, you know? I mean,
they got it. They got that. That's probably going to be the skull thing. And I'll get one of those as well.
Of course.
Yeah, I would have no problem going. I mean, even right now, if it was allowed, if there was a band, if there was a local band, I mean, obviously traveling across states is not possible right now, but
right.
If there was a local band, I would just be safe. I would stay away from people. I wouldn't touch anything. If I did, obviously I want to keep my hands clean. And when I come home, take my shoes and clothes off and just enjoy the music. You know, that's what I want to do.
Restaurants here opened up to about 50% capacity. I went to a couple over the weekend. It's a little bit different to have, you know, silverware that you throw away and stuff like that. But other than that, it was a fun experience. It was nice to go out and eat again.
Yeah, it was just about to start here. And that's when the rioting started.
Right.
You know, the protests, I'm all for people protesting peacefully.
Totally.
And I definitely support Black Lives Matter. But it's the kids, the kids that are just causing trouble and looting and burning and stuff. It basically now we're in a curfew again. Now we're in another lockdown because of that. So it's been trying, but it seems like it's cooling off a little bit, and hopefully. You know, there'll be some positive change that happens sooner than later.
Hopefully something good comes out of this.
Well, that stuff, it will. I mean, it's just, unfortunately, it takes the protesting, and then the protesting, unfortunately, turns ugly sometimes, but it takes protesting to get the word out, I guess. And
from there, the ball rolls downhill, hopefully. Yeah,
hopefully. I mean, look, I support the police. I'm so thankful for the police and the fire companies. Mm-hmm. But there are some bad cops, just like there's some bad whatever, you know, and they need to be taken out.
I think it was Dave Chappelle who said the other day, you know, the police is just one of those careers that you can't have bad apples in, like airline pilots. You know, we've got great airline pilots, but a couple guys like to crash. You know, there are a couple bad apples. You know, there's certain professions where you can't have bad apples.
That is right. That is right. So the thing is it's a stressful job, and maybe even some of the bad apples maybe deep inside just need help. You know. And so we got to find a way to do that. But overall, generally, I mean, I support the police 100%. I mean, I'm thankful for them protecting us and
the line between us and them.
Yeah, and the fire department. These guys are heroes, you know.
Mm-hmm, totally. Could not agree more.
Yeah.
So what's next for you personally? You got some time to kill? You writing songs? Are you playing more 4-year-old drum?
I got to make the kids breakfast. I have to do that yet. Still, my daughter was still sleeping, but no, it's been busier actually than normal. I've been with so many tasks that I have to do for promotion, and then I'm doing sessions. I'm doing a couple of things for people that are doing charity things. So some sessions like that, and then the Dead Daisies. We've been doing we've just finished up our 4th acoustic quarantine video.
Oh wow!
And then it's Unspoken's coming out. Unspoken did already come out, but there's 3 more. There's 3 more that are coming out, so you can watch for them soon. And we're probably going to release a studio track as well in the next few weeks.
I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, everyone. I can't wait when people, of course, you hope people like it. You can never tell, but we're really excited about it. So that's what
I think. As a real artist, there was a quote years ago that said, an artist puts out what makes them happy. An entertainer puts out what makes everybody happy. And I think a lot of artists have that balance thing going on with their careers. And I think if you're happy with it and your fans love you, they'll be happy with it,
Yeah, I mean, of course, when you make a change on lead singers, of course, you're going to have people concerned about how's the band going to be like. And thankfully, even people that didn't want to accept a lineup change have been very supportive of us. And, when you hear Glenn sing, you can't help but just go, this guy's he's just out of this world.
Well, it's not like you got a nobody. You got a pretty heavy hitter there. So
he's a sweetheart too. He's a really cool, really great energy person. It's like good vibes all around when you're with Glenn.
Awesome, man. Well, I'm glad the band is happy. I'm glad you're excited about the new album. We can't wait to hear the rest of it. And as you drop these videos, we'll be right there.
And thank you for your support, Scott. We really appreciate it. And congratulations to your station, rockfileradio.com, and all your successes. We really appreciate you, man.
I'm here to keep rock alive as long as I can do it, man. And thank you for putting out music worth playing.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Well, you guys take it easy, be safe. And thanks to all your listeners. And look forward to seeing you guys on tour next year.
Yep, we'll see you on the road as soon as we can.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, bro.
Thanks, Doug.
All right, talk later.
Definitely.